Oh, it's been way too long, guys. Way too long since the last stream. I kind of couldn't believe it when I was looking back. The last episode, the last stream in general of the Cubs March to October, episode 1, that was all the way back on April 3rd. That's almost 3 weeks ago. Almost 3 full weeks ago. There's no reason it should have been that long in between streams, but here we are once again. And I guess first thing first, I should always make sure, can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? Are we all up and running? Is it actually working? I've still streamed way too few times total to not worry that something is just broken. So Kyler says he hears, sees, everything is normal from Mike. Good. Perfect. So yeah, like I said, way too long since the last stream, and I don't want it to be that long in between streams. I don't even want it to be a week in between streams, let alone 3 weeks in between streams. And I wasn't even, like, planning. You know what? Actually, I just looked at myself. I never made a screen where I have, like, me bigger and, like, we're chatting and the chat's there and all that sort of stuff. So let me just, for now, just kind of a quick solution there. Let me just make myself bigger, scare all you guys, and then we'll move that back when the time is right. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I wasn't even planning on streaming today originally. I just kind of, I don't know, my scheduling of my videos has been off with like the last week or so. I've just been falling behind. And I didn't have a video ready to go up today, but I'm like, you know what? I'm sitting here, it's the evening, don't really have anything I'm doing, so let's fire up a stream. Let's get episode 2 of the Cubs March to October going. So here we go. I also, man, I had a couple of things I wanted to say here at the start. Now I'm forgetting what it was. The one thing that I changed about the stream, so hopefully it's a better experience, is there's like latency options. So that's basically just like how long it takes in between when I actually do something to when you guys see it. So basically that's like how long it takes me to actually read the chat for you guys to see it come through. So there was like 3 options, and I always had it on normal latency, and I was looking at the little like explanation thing of that, and when it was trying to help you figure out which one you wanted to use, it said for the normal latency, which I had been using, it said, oh, if you don't want to interact with your chat, normal's the setting to use. So I was like, okay, I've been doing something wrong, because I want to interact with the chat. I want to interact with that in real time. So if you've been coming to my streams when I've had streams and it's taken a long time for me to read a chat, hopefully that's a little bit better today. I went with the middle option, the low latency option. What else? I swear there was a couple of things I wanted to talk about, and now I don't remember what they were. I guess it doesn't matter. We can just go into what you're actually here for, which is episode 2 of the Cubs March to October. So I'm going to go ahead and make myself smaller again. And I feel like we probably need to refamiliarize ourselves with what is actually going on here, with it having been 3 weeks ago. So I didn't get off to I just immediately ruined that. When you go up, it moves this screen, and I don't want to move this screen. I want to stay here. You know what? Let's actually go into this, because we didn't start out that great. We got 31 games in to the season here, and we're under 500. That's not where we want to be. That's worse than where I was with the White Sox, and that's the White Sox. So, but we're only 2 games back, so that's not terrible. And I also just realized one thing I want to be doing is also recording these streams as I'm streaming, but I guess I'll talk more about that soon as to why I want to do that, but I forgot to do that until now. So anyway, 15-16, only 2 games back, so we've kind of been fortunate with how the rest of the division's been playing. And I don't remember who, if anybody, has been having a good year. I guess Seiya Suzuki's been doing pretty good, 339 average. We've got 10 home runs from Patrick Wisdom. We've got, okay, that's pretty solid average out of Michael Busch. I guess I kind of skipped over Nico Horner too. Some decent seasons so far. I guess a better way to do this would be to actually go into here and look at the stats this way. A couple of our bench guys doing pretty good when they get a chance, it looks like. How about home runs? Who's hitting home runs for us? Wisdom and Morel seems about right. Bellinger, he hasn't really been doing that great, actually, it looks like. What about pitching? What are we missing out on pitching? Let's go to starters first here. We've got most of our pitchers are doing solid, except for Javier Assad here. He's a little worse than you'd want to see. It's probably the 60 stamina. I just remembered one of the things I did want to bring up at the beginning was I don't know if it looks like it, but my face might look a little red right now. And I was out in the sun today. I was playing some golf, so being as pale as I am and getting out into the sun, not a good recipe for keeping your skin that pale. So I don't know if it's even noticeable. I guess maybe I shouldn't have even brought attention to it. We did also, that was another thing. We made our first trade in the last episode. We got Danny Coulomb. He's like one of our only lefties. I think Drew Smiley's the only other one, but he's not great. So yeah, that was a big trade. We've got Adbert Alzolay as the closer. Oh, Mark Leiter. I forgot about that too. Mark Leiter Jr. is like the messiah of this team right now. He came in every single game he came into. It felt like he shut him down. All right, I'm kind of refamiliarizing myself here with where things stand. I really wish I didn't wait 3 weeks basically to pick up where I left off after episode 1. I kept saying I want streaming to be a more regular thing to my content this year, and now I'm just neglecting streaming. And honestly, with where I want to be streaming wise, like I want streaming, I still want it to be a main thing. So I think maybe what I'm going to have to do is kind of like prioritize hopping on some live streaming a little bit more regularly. Like that's just going to have to be the priority, because I like this. I like reading chat. Nobody's saying anything yet, but once we do, I'll read it, and I'm looking forward to it. So what do we have going on here then? Okay, that's what it was. We just got a fast track, and it was with Cam Sanders. Okay, the message is gone. Say something again, because I wanted to ask you how to pronounce your name here. Is it Toxic Layer, just without the O? Do I say Toxic Layer, or is there something else I should say? Because you're always commenting on my videos, and I've never really known how to actually like say your name. Toxic Layer, perfect. All right, so now that we've got that squared away and taken care of, where do we leave off here? We have a fast track with a new starting pitcher, and this is the only way we can look at our rosters here, our full rosters. So who are we fast tracking here? It was Cam Sanders. He's got a 5-pitch mix. He's got solid enough stamina. He's not doing great in AAA this year, but we can change that. Doesn't really matter that he's 27. Doesn't really matter that he's a D potential, because fast tracks can change that very quick. He might even go all the way up to a B. Like, good fast track here on the mound, good game in the minors. We could turn him into a 70 overall, maybe even B potential. Get the chance to call him up. Get him another 6 overall boost. And yeah, honestly, he could then easily become a starting pitcher. He'd be better than all 3 of these dudes. It'd probably be smart to move Assad to the bullpen with his only 60 stamina. That might be why his ERA is as high as it is his stamina is pretty low. So I think we're ready here. Are you guys ready? Are we ready to get into the game today? I think I'm ready here. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Minor league action here. The Iowa Cubs and Cam Sanders on the mound, taking on, what is this, the Nationals farm team, I would assume. I guess I shouldn't assume that. The jerseys on the player cards don't always match up. All right. I also want to make sure, is the game loud enough? Is the music too loud? Am I too loud? Because I don't know. I feel like there was something where I went back and watched a little bit of last episode. Oh, you know what it was? You know what it was? That was no, it's a pitching moment. But I went back and I was watching a little bit of my stream after I was done last time, just to, you know, make sure everything was looking the way I wanted it to look. And near the beginning of the episode, I turned the music off so we could watch that little intro video, and then I just never turned it back on. I just forgot to. So the whole time we were just sitting there in silence, and all you were hearing was my voice. I feel like we need a little bit of music going in the background. All right, but here we go. Cade Horton. No, that's not Cade Horton. What am I talking about? Cade Horton's the one we probably wanted to see, but he's not on the 40-man roster, so we can't have him. So what's this guy's name? It was Cam Sanders. See, now you guys are going to get to see the entirety of a pitching player lot game. Usually when it's in a video, I'm able to cut it down to like probably 5-ish minutes. But these take a while. These can take a long time for that exact reason. Sometimes these hitters are very patient. And there we go. Perfect dot up and away. That's a good way to start. Remember, all we need to do here is have a solid outing on the mound with this guy, and that's going to help. It's all good, Toxic. Yeah, just sit back and enjoy the stream, whatever you got to do. I mean, I always enjoy it when people are, you know, active and leaving some comments in the chat, but whatever we want to do here. And that looks like it's going to get us through the first inning. That was a quick first inning. 6 pitches to get the first batter and then a couple rollovers on the 2-seam. I like it. Is that Votto? Oh, you know what? I just realized I was confused. Okay. We have the wrong jerseys on. This has happened to me before. I think it happened in my White Sox March to October. The other team is just wearing the home or the road jerseys. Yeah, why would the other team be wearing our road jerseys? That's quite the glitch. So wait, if this is Votto, then that would make this the Blue Jays team? The Blue Jays farm team? So the jersey was wrong on their starting pitcher. It's not the Nationals farm team. Oh, we always love the MLB The Show glitches. There's been a bug for years now that I've never seen anybody else notice or talk about, but I always notice it. I don't know, I think it's only in Diamond Dynasty. But if you go to your statistics screen in Diamond Dynasty on your hitters, there's like the stat wheel up in the top right, or the attribute wheel, I guess I should say, in the top right. And for maybe 4 years now, it's been bugged so that every single, or each contact attribute is the same. I think it defaults to like the contact against righties. So if you look at that screen, everybody's contact rating will be identical both ways. And I know it's not a big glitch, it's not a big bug or anything. It's just kind of funny how like that's been in the game and I've noticed it for, I mean, we're talking 4 or 5 years now.
Gets a piece, stays alive.
Okay, this inning is not going as easily as the last one. We did get Votto striking out, but these are a couple longer at bats here, and he's still going to foul it off. This is what I'm talking about. All this stuff in a normal March to October episode, you're not seeing it. I would be cutting to that pitch, getting the result. I might not even show that one because that was just a routine play. But you get to see the whole thing here.
Now the left fielder, Allen Roden, and he has struggled this year. Swing and a foul straight back.
Is that Jorge Alfaro behind the dish? I feel like he looks familiar. I gotta find out here. You know what? This is probably better. It is Jorge Alfaro. So we have Jorge Alfaro in our system, and I didn't realize that. Ooh, there we go. That's a nice punch out on that that change. This is a good start here. We've got the lead. We've got 2 scoreless, 2 hitless innings so far. We don't even need to have like an amazing game on the mound. You got the whole 1, 2, 3 plus system for player locks, but when it comes to fast tracks, it's just a 1 plus. Like it's either a nothing or a 1 plus. So we only have to play at like a 1 star, 1 plus level. So I'm thinking that's like 5 innings, less than maybe 3 runs allowed at most, or at least, I guess. And we don't even care. I mean, it'd be nice to win, but I don't even think that really matters. We don't care about our minor league record, and I think the momentum you get is only based on how you play. I also remember there's like a little reaction button, and I left it on, that little heart icon. At least for me, it's right in the middle of the chat. I thought about turning that off because sometimes it blocks some of the words that you guys are typing. Like the new messages come from the bottom, and then like if you guys have a longer message, the ending of it's blocked off. But I remember back, I think it was my first stream of this year's game. I forget who it was. If you're in here right now, you can let me know if it was you, but somebody was just spamming that just for fun, just to see if it did anything. And on my end, I couldn't see if it did anything. But it might be new, but like when I was looking at my analytics, it does show up now. And that stream where whoever it was just spamming reactions, spamming hearts, there's like over 3,000 of these hearts that somebody left. So I figured I'll leave it on just in case you guys want to have fun with it, but I still don't even know if it does anything. I just found it fun that we actually did get to see the data on that, and I feel like I remember telling whoever that was that if I get to see the data on it, I'd let them know, so hopefully they're here. I guess chances are they're probably not, if nobody stepped up and said that that was them. There we go. That was another punch out. That was a quick one. We've had some good innings here so far. Like we're at the point where that might be all we can call them is some good innings and a nice solid start on the mound. Okay, well that takes care of that. I guess even referring to it in any capacity ruins your chances at a no-hitter. I try and be superstitious. Also, like, man, we're down in the minors for a game, and we got to deal with facing Joey Votto, Dan Vogelback, Eduardo Escobar came up to the plate at some point. And that's not even including some prospects that might be good. Like, this has to be one of the tougher games we can have on the mound with a minor leaguer. Ooh, is he taking off? Wish he didn't foul that off. Alfaro would have nailed him.
Swing and a foul straight back. And the curveball is down and in.
There we go. Up above the zone to sit down Votto. This is like a really good start. This is going really well. I don't know how many strikeouts we're at, but 4 scoreless, 1 hit allowed, plenty of strikeouts. We might have already secured a plus already. And that looks like it's going to be a 1 pitch out. That might be even better.
Takes the grab, 1 away. 2 of the most potent offenses around squaring off. Here's the left fielder, Alan Rodin. 0 for 1 so far. That's in there for strike 1. Rodin stands at 6 foot even, 24 years old, and he was a 3rd round pick back in 2022. The Bisons, trailing by 2, were in the top of the 5th inning. Next offering is downstairs.
Oh, dude, we are painting with Cam Sanders, the 27-year-old career minor leaguer at a D potential and what, a 64 overall? He's about to change his career right here with one start.
Swings through it. 2 outs, bases empty. Fastball in for a strike. Fine work in this one, just 1 strike away from a 5th shutout frame. And that just misses.
Guess I'm going back up and in. Yeah, I didn't have a good feeling about that. I'm lucky he was too early on it.
Inside, that was very close.
Okay, this is turning into a bit of an at bat here. We still got the fly out, still got the pop fly. 5 scoreless innings for Cam Sanders here.
That'll end the inning. Last half of the 5th coming up.
How are we doing tonight, chat? Did you guys do anything fun today? Anything interesting?
We're set for the top.
I know, like I mentioned, I went golf today. First time golfing this year. I am not good at golf. Don't get it twisted. It's not something I just do. Like, oh, I don't just go golf a bunch and be good at it. But I did it today. And I'm bad. I'm still bad.
The next pitch misses, and the count 1-2. On the ground, right.
Okay, here we go. More weak contact.
1 up, 1 down. Philip Clark digs in now. Puts this one.
That better not. Okay, now let's go and foul at least. Look at the effort, though.
Next one's fouled back. Fights it off. We'll see another. Good eye there.
You're going to the White Sox game on Saturday?
Back to 2-run lead.
That's fun. Or,
Cuts on.
is it fun? I mean, like, going to the game and the ballpark experience obviously is fun, but it's also the White Sox.
0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
At least, well, I was going to say at least you can probably get some good seats, but I guess they still restrict you there, don't they? If you have upper level seats, you can't even walk around the 100 level.
Brings it in for the 3rd out. It's a
Just for a giveaway that day? What's the giveaway? What do you get? And Max Chains is out here playing Road to the Show. I haven't played Road to the Show yet this year. I don't know. I haven't really been into Road to the Show for a while now because it's pretty much just been the same thing. But I don't know. Maybe if I actually do pick up my streaming schedule and I'm looking to fill some days with different streams, maybe I'll start up a Road to the Show. Hockey jersey? That's actually kind of cool. That sounds like it's going to be cool.
And now at the plate, Daniel.
They did that last year? 2 years ago? They had a Sox hockey jersey? I feel like I remember that looking cool.
Here comes the 0-1. On the ground to the right.
Okay, there we go. I mean, that's a lot of grounders to the second baseman today. Are we still throwing a one-hitter? Have we still only given up 1 hit?
Down now, and
Is that what's going on here? Where are we looking? We have 1 hit allowed, no walks, 8 strikeouts. We're definitely getting the boost for Cam Sanders here, and he's coming up to the bigs.
that one in there. That's strike 1.
Man, I haven't been to a Sox game, though, since
Great for him.
I think it was 2019.
Hitters all twisted.
I haven't been to any baseball games since 2019. I went with my family to
Just off
a bunch that summer. I think we went to a Sox game.
the pitcher might be able to get him out in front with the
We went to a Brewers game in Milwaukee, and then we were going on vacation, and we went to a Reds game in Cincinnati.
2 down and
I could have sworn there was one more I did that year, but maybe not. Maybe that was it. But yeah, those were the last. I guess me going to a Reds game in Cincinnati, was that my last MLB game I've been to in 2019? If you guys remember, it would have been right around the trade line in 2019. There was some brawl between the Pirates and the Reds, and it was like a big brawl too. I can't remember if that was the one where Amir Garrett tried to like fight the entire other team, but I went to the game the day after that, And we were only there just because we were there. It was like we're on vacation, we're in the area, so let's stop in Cincinnati and watch a game. And we didn't have a dog in the fight, but we didn't know what we were gonna see, if things were gonna be all chippy the next day after the brawl that had happened the day before. It wasn't. It was all fine.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. There's a strike.
Is that another rollover to second base?
That's 2 up.
You're playing some franchise mode. That's another thing I haven't tried out this year, but there's a couple of things that's like, do I want to just play this on my own, or do I want to eventually turn it into a series or streaming or anything like that? So that road to the show I just haven't done. But I did want to at least try franchise on my own at some point this year, just because of the changes they made. I mean, you might know because you're playing it right now, but I really feel like those changes they made to like simming games and what kind of situations they throw you into, I feel like that is a big time game changer to how you get through a season in franchise. Not many people were talking about it either. It was just kind of like, oh, they did something, and then nobody really I don't know. I feel like nobody was really like, oh, this is a good change, or this isn't enough. I think it seems like a big change.
Foul ball there. Knocks that one.
Come on, Escobar. Don't ruin this now. We are already down into the yellow, and now he's giving us a tough at bat. Or, see, it feels like that's what happens sometimes. Down in the minor, or not even on the minors, just on the mound in general in March to October. If you're having somebody giving you trouble, you just throw one right down the middle. Seems to get them. It's fun doing the critical situations. Is that still what they call them? Or, because I feel like the way they changed it, it seemed like they were kind of moving away from the concept of critical situations, but I guess that's just what it is. Just an expanded, like, version of that. Ooh. That might leave. No, it won't leave. All right. You're back and we're still pitching. We are. Like I said, when I don't cut these down for a video and we're just watching the whole thing, it's going to take a while. I feel like this isn't taking as long as they sometimes do, though. Probably because I've only given up one base runner.
One down. Base is empty here in the ninth. Next pitch in for a strike.
But yeah, no, I mean, we have seen all 94 pitches today. And if I was cutting it down for a video, we'd see 20 something. I guess at least, well, not even. I was going to say at least 27, but I probably don't even show every single out. Only one more to go, though. Only one more out to get, and we're just about to casually throw a complete game shutout one-hitter down here in AAA. Can we end it with a strikeout on a curve? Let's break out a pitch like that. There we go. That's perfect, man. In the dirt to get strike 3. I don't know how many total strikeouts that is, but yeah, we've definitely locked up as big of a boost as you're going to see for Cam Sanders here.
Shutout in this one. For our entire outstanding crew here at the show, I'm Ben Gelman. Thanks for tuning in.
Pitching moments are so lifeless. They are. I mean, it kind of depends. I feel like you almost want it to be lifeless, because then that's like the best case scenario for what you actually want your player to do player lock wise. But then it's just dull. Like if you had some action, you had some runners on base, it'd be more fun, but it's also like not as good for the team, you know?
Certainly bolsters the case for a call-up. You always
Oh, I agree. If you could control the fielders, I mean, that would solve so many headaches I've had from different things that have happened in pitcher player locks before. Like, I don't have auto shifts on, but when you're only controlling the pitcher, auto shifts are on, and I've given up some hits because defenders were placed where I didn't want them to be placed. So yeah, I definitely agree. Even also like in Diamond Dynasty moments, same thing. So many headaches caused by just the auto defense being horrendous. That wasn't as good of a sim as I thought it was going to be. I think we only went 2-2. And Cam Sanders, he did get up to a B potential. He only got up to a 69 though. I thought he'd get 6 overall. Usually it's a +6 overall. But I mean, hey, that's well, that's nice. B potential is very nice also. Should mean that even after the auto boost that we just got, he'll continue to get better. And we get to call him up here, and I'm going to do that. We can well, actually, I guess no, we can send down Jose Cuas here. 58 overall, lowest arm in the bullpen. That would work out perfect. We send him down. We get Cam Sanders into the rotation. We move Javier Assad to the bullpen because he's struggling in the rotation. So yeah, this will work out. This will work out great. Man, there are not many options that we can actually send down. Because yeah, if you guys haven't watched my White Sox March to October this year and heard me rant about the types of people you can't send down, that's a difference this year. Is if you have somebody who you want to send down, but they're out of minor league options here, like here it says 1 of 3 used. But if you have somebody with 3 of 3 used, you can't send them down. Yeah, Toxic knows what I'm talking about. Worried he's going to be a repeat of Sammy Peralta, but he's not. We're looking good. But I didn't even realize, I didn't even look into it before, but you can't send down position players. I feel like, unless I'm misremembering, I feel like in the past, if you were calling up a pitcher, you could send down a position player and vice versa. But it looked like here I could only deal with pitchers. But yeah, here we go. Our newest Cub, Cam Sanders. We'll plug him into the rotation, and we should get another chance. I mean, just what we're looking for. Right after we were talking about how pitching moments, pitcher-player locks are dull. And we get to do another one. There's a reason you always call the best series on YouTube. Well, thanks, man. I don't agree, because there's definitely a lot of things I enjoy watching, but to be able to make something that even one person considers the best series on YouTube, that's kind of cool. So what are we doing here? Yeah, I want to move him into the rotation. I want to make sure that move is made. We're just going to have him take Javier Assad's spot straight up. And then we should be seeing him get up to a 74, 75 overall, so he'll fit in pretty nicely in that spot. But yeah, he was already going to be pitching today, so that didn't change anything in that scenario. What I also wanted to look, yeah, we're 18-18, so I guess we did gain a game. I don't know, we had a lot of momentum there in the last sim, and we didn't really use it. Oh, and good thing I'm not hitting. Padres are throwing Matt Waldron, the knuckleballer, up there. I'm glad I can bypass the Matt Waldron game at the plate. Hopefully our offense does something. I mean, he was, what, 0-5 with a 6.5 ERA? I guess the knuckleball isn't as effective against the CPU. Ooh, where's the mitt? Where's the glove? There's another MLB The Show glitch. Talking earlier that we gotta love him, and now our guy doesn't even have a mid on. What do you guys call it? Mid or glove? I kind of go back and forth. Oh, you know what I also just realized? Man, I'm rusty. This guy, that's supposed to be down here. If there's base runners on, you guys want to see the base runners, and I might have been covering that up. I guess it didn't really matter in that last game. We only had one base runner. You go back and forth too? Yeah, same. You call it the glove for everything except the catcher's mitt? Yeah, I'm trying to think. But yeah, I guess the catcher, it would always be catcher's mitt. I don't think I say catcher's glove. Do I say catcher's glove? I don't know, because saying catcher's glove now doesn't feel weird. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I go back and forth for catcher's mitt, too. Well, I just casually said catcher's mitt, so now I don't know. You've got me thinking now. I feel like I would always say like first base mitt. Or would I say like first base glove? Oh God, now I don't know. Now I'm confusing myself. I gotta just put that aside because we're actually pitching in the big leagues here. I gotta focus. There we go. Curveball sits him down. This is a good start. Oh, I skipped. I wish I wouldn't have skipped past that, but that was his first career strikeout, and I just went right past the little celebration screen. There we go, dude. I don't know, man. Cam Sanders kind of seems like he just melts these CPU hitters. Like, we're talking big leagues now. That was Manny Machado, and that was an easy 3-pitch strikeout. Yeah, that would not go over well. We'd be seeing quite a few tweets about that if that happened in real life. They just cut a presentation short like that. Like, oh, this guy picked up his first strikeout. Already moving on. That's going to be an out, right? Yeah, Dansby's over there at short. He might even have 99 fielding. I feel like I remember him having 99 fielding. Doesn't have a great arm. But you know he's at least going to make the play clean. Okay, we're good. And that's Nico Horner at second. At least I think it is. What's the funniest glitch I've seen in MLB The Show? Man, there's a couple. There's a couple that come to mind. Because there was one just recently at the end of MLB 23. And I can't remember now if it was one of the last episodes of the Nationals franchise or if it was even when I was live. I think it was an episode. But somehow I was in a player-locked critical situation, and the guy that I was controlling got pinch ran for, so the CPU brought in CJ Abrams to pinch run for me. But at the exact same time, the CPU also brought in CJ Abrams to pinch hit, so it just duplicated CJ Abrams, and we had 2 CJ Abramses on the field for the rest of the game. There was another one, and it might still be on my channel. Like, we're talking MLB 18, and it wasn't even a real video, but I posted the clip just because I thought it was funny. I was playing against the CPU, and I was just like grinding the missions, those god-awful stat missions from MLB 18. If you know, you know. But I was just like running around the bases, just trying to get out probably. And I remember I think it was Chipper Jones I had. He was rounding third, or he was coming up on third because the cutoff man threw it to third. The third baseman whiffed on it, and it hit the third base coach, like in the hand. And then everyone just acted like it was a home run. Like, it just, the commentator all of a sudden was like, oh, that one's gone. And everyone started trotting, and it even popped up, like how it says, like, how far your home run was hit. It popped up saying Chipper Jones, home run, 78 feet. So it's got to be between those two. I might be partial to the older one. There have been some good ones. That's going to drop in, isn't it? I mean, we were only in the 3rd inning, but that's not a cool way to ruin a no-hitter. There was also a good one. Again, I don't remember what game it was, but it was a long time ago, back when they would do the live streams instead of feature premieres to hype up the new game, and they were all just kind of sitting on the couch. It was completely live as they were showing off the new features to the game, and something just broke, and the player model broke, and it just, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was nightmare fuel. You could probably find it if all you did was type in on Google MLB The Show glitch. Like it made its rounds. Like it made it outside the MLB The Show community with how funny and also terrifying it was. Man, I guess also now you've got me thinking, because there was the one from just this year, that player model glitch, like probably within the first week of the game or a little after the first week, where like some of the players' faces just like shrunk and their heads were going through their hat. That was a pretty funny one. That was a funny day on the game. Man, MLB's had some good glitches, some funny ones. You've got me thinking now, and there've definitely been some funny things. Yeah, Kyle Manzardo, he wasn't the only one. There's plenty of other people, but yeah, he was one of them. We're gonna catch that, right? Yeah, Dansby's there. Dansby's got me. That's 3 scoreless for Cam Sanders in his MLB debut. Oh, and we're getting no hit. Let's hopefully change that. Let's give me some run support here, because we do need to win this one. This one's different than the minors. If we lose, we get negative momentum.
The right-hander back to work. And that one is in for a strike. You know, these Padres just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone.
Probably the least funny MLB The Show glitch ever, though, was also this year when they just casually deleted a bunch of people's Diamond Dynasty progress. That was as I was trying to get the Pack Attack account set up. So I had been grinding for a couple days trying to make some stubs, trying to get some packs on the Pack Attack account, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of me playing, everything just like stopped working. It booted me back to the main screen, and it just restarted Diamond Dynasty, and I was like, really? It did delay Pack Attack. I remember I was gonna have it ready for like one day, and then a full day went by without knowing what was gonna happen to my account. Did I have to regrind everything? And then that delayed the start of it a couple extra days. Speaking of, you guys watching Pack Attack? I know a lot of people were asking me where it was before it came out, and now it's here. I've been having fun with it. Oh boy, we really left off the last stream at a bad time. Just having to start up a brand new stream with back-to-back pitcher player locks. We pitched 9 full innings down in the minors. I guess you don't know how long this one's going to go, but if it goes well, we might be in for another 9 full innings up here in the majors.
Last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great.
Your favorite moment in the show you had was probably in 21. I'm guessing there's more to that. You had a comma and then nothing, so... Ooh, we're there. We're there. Another clean scoreless inning. You hit a home run in Rocky Stadium with Sean Murphy, and it says the distance and exit velo, and it shows the green line, and it shows where the ball goes, and it went completely straight. Like it just didn't come down, it just kept going up. Did it say the distance like was something crazy? Oh, like, okay, like dead center. That's what you mean. I thought just as we had glitches on the mind, I thought you were saying like the line just went straight and there was no arc or anything. Okay, yeah, I get what you mean now. Very middle of the screen. I feel like that'd be kind of trippy. Like you'd be waiting for something or you'd be waiting for it to look like normal, and it just kind of looks like a line. I've had that a couple times similar. I guess, is it similar? I don't know. But like pitching from this pitching camera, and the player hits a line drive like right back into where the camera is situated. and I actually flinch, like I try and dodge the ball.
Here's the left fielder, Jurickson Profar. Profar gets a piece there. Profar in his 11th season, 31 years old, and he's a native of Curacao.
Giving up kind of a few fly balls here, but none of them are hit all that hard. Oh, and we did get run support. I didn't even notice that. Oh, it was 23. So that was recent then. Man, I can't believe. Like, when you said MLB 21, I didn't think it was 3 years ago. I probably did think it was, like, last year. But MLB 21 was 3 years ago already. There we go. There's another dot.
Here at Wrigley Field. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6.
We got 5 runs on the board now. That makes me feel nice and safe. Broken bat. I really think, like, with where we're at here, we've got 5 1/3 scoreless. I don't know how many strikeouts we're at, but I don't think it's as many as down in AAA. You know what? I'll check. Where are we at when it comes to strikeouts here? 6. So that's not terrible. I thought it would have been like 3 or 4, but 6 punch outs in 5 innings. That's pretty good. But yeah, we're kind of at the point now where if we got into any sort of trouble that would jeopardize getting that second attribute boost, they'd just take us out. So we're probably set here. Now it's just about trying to get more than a 1+ boost. Can we get it up to the 2 or 3? There it was. I almost flinched on that. I was just talking about that. I don't know. Did you guys get that feeling at all? I guess it wasn't like right back at me, but it was still like kind of straight towards us.
You didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. Azokar in the box again, takes a strike. In for a strike and a count.
How about them Sox? Don't even. I knew it was going to be bad. I was excited for the season at the thought of how bad it was going to be. And then it was even worse. Like, it's so bad that it's not funny. I was looking forward to a funny bad season, and now it's just depressing.
All the strikeouts, they kind of speak for themselves, but
How long do I plan on playing tonight? I guess I didn't mention that, but I was thinking about going until about 9:30 to 10 o'clock-ish Central, so that's a little over an hour. Happy Guardians fan here. Jeff, was that you back weeks ago who was leaving all those reactions just because I see you're here and now the reactions are pouring in again? Because if that was you and you weren't here earlier, I talked about it, how I would let you know. I said I would let you know if I could see if those came through. And I think they changed the analytics or whatever, so I did see that they came through. You left like 3,000 reactions on that one stream, if that was you.
especially with 2 strikes.
Oh no. Okay, this isn't good. This isn't good.
Around second, headed for third.
He is going to score on this. I didn't think off the bat he was going to score on that, but that took whoever's in right way long to get there.
Well done, drives in the run. Nice
I missed a longer message here. Your least favorite part of franchise isn't that any... Wait, hang on. My eyes just messed up. Let me start again. Your least favorite part of franchise isn't any of the big bugs. It's the fact that every single game, if you don't choose the Cubs, they just trade Pete Crow-Armstrong in a prospect swap. Oh yeah, you said if you don't choose the Cubs. Yeah, trading's always been...
Bogarts retired. They limit the damage.
He was expecting 5K.
2 hits, no errors, and a man.
But yeah, trading's always been weird in MLB this show, and they even made a point either last year or a few years ago to say that they fixed trade logic, and I still have seen some trades not come through that you'd think would come through. Although, you know what I realized? And you'd think after playing March to October for, what, 5 years now, I should have known this? I don't think CPU teams trade in March to October. Like, I assumed that trades happened in the background because we make trades, but I don't think the CPU teams trade amongst themselves. You started in a Nats franchise, and before opening day, they traded PCA for Torque.
The next up for the Padres.
That's interesting. I wonder how long was the contract that they gave Bellinger in real life, the Cubs? Because maybe the game just sees it as a position is clogged up, and they may as well trade a prospect, since that's a prospect that's kind of ready to come up. Pack Attack is goated so far. Thanks, Jeff. I am very much enjoying making it. We're at a 3-0 count right now. We're kind of losing it. Although I keep falling behind. That's why I'm live right now, is I've been falling behind on some videos, and I didn't have anything ready to go up today. But now we're live. Is that... No, that's not going anywhere. Yeah, we're good. Dansby's got it. That's 7 innings. 7 innings of 1-run baseball. We are definitely low on energy. I would be taking out my guy right here, but we're probably not going to see that. Yeah, we're still in. I need to remove that popped out area in right field. Oh, no, I like it. I like making stadiums that have a little life to them, you know? I'm not really the biggest fan of just like a straight arch or arc, whatever it's called, in the outfield.
On the ground, right side, corner.
I'm thinking though too, like every year for Pack Attack I've made a new stadium, but since you could actually carry him over, I haven't bothered with that this year. But I don't know, should I make a new one? I've been thinking about making a new one. I've also been thinking about recreating the first two, and then just kind of having 3 different Pack Attack parks that we can rotate between, but both of those things seem like so much work, and it already takes me so much time just to grind on a second account to earn stubs and earn packs that I don't know if I want to spend so much time with other stadiums. Keep Pack Attack Park 3. You like it? All right. I like it too. It's like I've said it multiple times. It's my favorite stadium I've ever made. Not like I make many, but still. Last year you didn't end up watching that much Pack Attack, but this year you always look forward to the next episode. I love to hear it. I love it, man. Back a couple years ago, the difference in views between March to October and Pack Attack was huge. Not many people made the transition over to Pack Attack, but I enjoyed it, so I pretty much just kept uploading it for me, and it's finally paying off. Is Pack Attack 2 and 1 good? You never watched it? Well, I mean, I would say so. It's definitely not. I've gone back and watched a couple of my older videos recently, even just like within the last couple of years, and man, I've gotten a little bit better. Some of those older videos are a brutal watch, but I think Pack Attack last year was fun. 2 years ago, I didn't get started until way late, like November. And then the year before that, I didn't make a stadium. Or did I? Oh, no, yeah, I did. Because this year I'm using the same stadium, so yeah. Oh, you mean the stadiums? My first one, so that would have been MLB 21. That stadium was fine. Like, I didn't think it was that great compared to my next two. I did like the second one, though. And that one, like I said, I got a very late start on Pack Attack that year, so we didn't get to see that one as much. But I did really like that one. I had the right field wall was like 370 feet deep. So, like, I could still hit some bombs to right field if we got a hold of it, but we saw a lot of triples. And then the left field wall was kind of similar to the one right now in Pack Attack Park 3. Except it was a little bit more shallow and the wall was like really high. So yeah, I did like that one. What's 370? And Rob's here. What's going on, Rob? We are almost done with 2 straight pitcher player locks where it's looking like we're about to go the distance in both of them. 9 inning. I mean, it has. You said it feels like we've been going for 45 minutes. I think it actually has been 45 minutes since the start of the stream. And all we've done is pitch with Cam Sanders. One more out to go, though. That's it. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Jeff. My mind was going other places. For some reason I thought 370, like my first thought was like my rating, my Diamond Dynasty rating. I don't know why that would make sense. There we go. That's going to do it. 2 straight complete games for Cam Sanders. This one we only allowed 1 run. We're definitely going to see another big time attribute boost, and we did. It looks like we got the 3+, and we get some more momentum. Cam Sanders is better than Roki, or is the better Roki Sasaki. You know what? He better be. All this time we put into him, he better be good. I mean, he's gonna go up. Wait, we had a 2-homer game from Seiya Suzuki there. Nice. But yeah, we're gonna see him up to like a 75 overall here, and a B potential. So he'll just keep getting better throughout the rest of the season. You feel so powerful liking the pack attack videos? I'm glad. I remember way back when I came up with that idea for the likes for stubs. I thought like, oh, this will be a way for me to play the algorithm. Didn't really turn out that way. Like, I haven't really noticed a difference in like the amount of likes translating to views. But I still think it's a fun way that like you guys can directly influence things. Because, like, you never know. You could be the like that puts me over the edge to get an extra pack. And then that extra pack can turn into a diamond. Huge win streak. That's right. We got to keep it alive here. What are we up to? 4 in a row? 4 games above 500 also. And, of course, this is the time where some other team decides to get going, too. So we don't even make up any ground. They place the algorithm for you. I don't know, man. The YouTube algorithm is something I wish I didn't have to think about. You know what? You just said just like the White Sox. This just made me realize though we just got four wins in a row. That's more than the White Sox have this whole year. Although I don't know. What are they looking like today? Let me check real quick. Game started a little over an hour ago. How bad are the Sox losing right now? What do we got going on? Oh, it's 7-0. For those of you who don't know and keep up with the White Sox, it's 7-0. Okay. Let's just hop in. We have 2 on, tie game at 0. Dansby's up, 1 out. Guardians have the same amount of away losses as White Sox wins. Glad to hear it. See, I don't know. We are at the point where like I don't even know if you can successfully make fun of a White Sox fan. Like the Sox are just so bad that like anything that some other fan base can say just does not measure up to how bad that you feel about them yourself. You just finished a March to October and they were 34 and 107. Finished 34 and 107? Did they just give up? Last month of the season they decided not to play anymore? You don't even want to watch this team anymore? I don't either. That's why I'm live right now. I don't know. I will say though, I'm having a good time making the occasional tweet just making fun of the White Sox. And I haven't really pushed my Twitter or my X account that much. So if you guys want, then you know you can go follow me over there and watch me make fun of the White Sox every once in a while. But it's whatever. You don't have to. I don't want to force anybody to get on a platform like Twitter because man, I hate using Twitter, but I'm stuck on it. I'm stuck scrolling. Dude, I gotta hit that. What are we doing? Only time you're watching the Sox play is in person. I don't blame you. Oh, did I? Come on, stay fair. That has to... Come on, man. That's a go-ahead grand slam. I am too early on everything. Jeff, you're headed out. I'll see you later, man. You feel very bad for the White Sox? You mean the Braves practically stole Bummer and Nicky Lopez from us? No, we got Nicky Lopez from... Or unless you're saying it was like... Oh, come on. Unless you're saying, like, it's an addition by subtraction for you guys, and you want to get rid of Nicky Lopez. You like Schuster and Shoemake, but they're not good prospects. I liked Shoemake at the start. Like, I was like, okay, this guy looks like he can play a bit. He looked good in the field. He hit a home run in, like, his first at-bat with the Sox or first game or something like that. I was like, all right, Braden Shoemake's here. Then he hasn't done anything. Made a couple bad errors. And that was a bad swing. That was a bad inning. 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. We can't bring him around to score. 52 and 110 is what they finished in your March to October. That's great to hear. You know what? Actually, if they finish 52 and 110 in real life, that means that they've picked it up at some point. Oh my God. I didn't even notice. Look who's on the mound. Look who's on the mound for our game here. We can't escape Cam Sanders. We're about to throw our 19th inning with Cam Sanders here. We're not taking him out. Ooh. I hung that pretty bad, though. You know what? I should at least make sure our bullpen... You know what? Yeah, I'm probably good with those 2 up. Didn't even look at... Oh, man, I forgot to. We didn't even look at Cam Sanders and his attribute boost. He's at a 76. We'll have to check back in on it back in the main screen. But 76 overall. He started at a 64. Don't act like you're going to make that play, Morel. Yeah. The Sosa error last night had you screaming. You know what? I don't even know what you're talking about. I was not watching. Unless I was and I just don't remember it because I block it out. Because I feel like I watched at least part of that game. I don't know. You figured Braden Shoemake would cool down. The Braves called him up last season for a month and he had no hits and 5 Ks. Forrest Wall has played better. I don't know who Forrest Wall is, but that's an incredible name. You're just watching random games at this point. That's what I should do too. I mean, it kind of hurts that right now my TV subscription is YouTube TV, and last year they dropped MLB Network, so I can't watch any games if they're on MLB Network. But I feel like usually throughout the week there's some nationally broadcast games. Like, I think Tuesdays you got TBS, and then they still do the Friday Apple games, I think. He's basically just a pinch runner defender. His MLB debut was as a pinch runner, and he got caught stealing. That's not what you want to do. Oh, come on. We got to get to this. Yeah, we're there. MLB Network has been saving you from watching the Sox. Yeah, it hasn't been able to save me. At the start of the year, I started making playlists of like the MLB YouTube channel themselves. They make a really good like 8 to 10 minute highlight package for every single game. So the first like week of the season, I would watch every single one of those just to like keep up with everybody's games, and I kind of fell off doing that, but that'd be something I'd like to get into. Because, you know, it's one thing just looking at a team's record, and then it's another thing actually seeing the teams play, even if it is in highlight form. And especially with not really worrying about the White Sox this year, then it might be better to watch some other teams. Usually watch Dodger games since they appear on there sometimes. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun team to watch. Do you root for them? Or do you just watch them? I mean, obviously, I know you root for the White Sox, but when you're watching the Dodgers games. Is that going to drop in for me? It is. All right, we got a base hit. couldn't have done that last inning. Have I made the next episode of the White Sox March to October? And if so, is it a Chicago World Series? I have not made it yet, but if I did, I wouldn't spoil that. I would not be spoiling that. What I will say is I highly doubt that in this March to October, if we make it to the World Series, we're going to be seeing a Chicago versus Chicago World Series. I don't think the Sox are getting there on their own in this. You're rooting for the Brewers this year with the Sox being so meh? That's what I should probably do too. I had considered myself primarily a Brewers fan for a while. And then just, you know, being around the White Sox and that being the games that are on, that's kind of who I've gravitated towards in the last, I don't know, 5 years maybe. I kind of dropped off from the Brewers, got back up on the White Sox. You just want to see a clean baseball game, no dumb things. I feel you. You're rooting for the Cubs? I don't blame you, man. I've said it multiple times. There is not much of a reason for the Cubs-Sox rivalry hate to exist. Like, the teams are not really in competition with each other that much. And other than that, it's like, just, I don't know, root for both teams. Root for Chicago. I mean, I will say it is a little tougher for me to root for the Cubs because, like I said, I've been a Brewers fan for a little while. And those two teams are in direct competition. But, I don't know, man. It's tough to hate the Cubs. That better get over his head. Thank you. We better score. I feel like I got to keep our 60 speed at third. 32 speed's going to make it in there, though. There we go. Seiya Suzuki with the big swing to give us our first run. All right, Toxic, you root for the Braves and both the Sox. And the Yankees. How can you root for the Red Sox and the Yankees? Now, that's a rivalry that that has some bad blood. Is that going to give us 2 more runs? I'm going to go. 73 speed. Is this going to be close? No, we're in. You just went to a Cubs game only to watch Tim Anderson? Nice. Did he do anything? I haven't really been checking in on him if he's doing any good this year, or at least doing any better. Oh, you said it later. He only pinch hit, but still got to play, right? Still got to see him do something. I think I saw him hit a home run back before he was any good. I went to a game in 2017. Yeah, 2017. And I think I saw TA hit a home run. Your best friend is a very out-of-touch Red Sox fan, and your favorite Madden YouTuber is a Yankee fan. All right, that'll do it then. That makes sense. By out-of-touch, you mean he only knows Red Sox players from pre-1970? Pre-1970. That's quite some time ago. that is a little bit out of touch. What are the 2 players? Do you know the players that he knows on this year's team? You're a Cubs fan, Brewers fan, White Sox fan, Giants fan, and Orioles fan. You know, some people would say that that's a fan of too many teams, but not me. I am all for rooting for a bunch of different teams. I think it's just fun. If you have multiple teams that you care about, and then you can actually, like, be invested in more games, more power to you, man. Oh, and you're rooting for the Yankees because of Soto. I haven't checked in on him either, if he's doing good. I feel like I've heard some good things. Is that going to go foul again? That's going to drift foul again. That's 2 home runs that would have been home runs, but they've just barely drifted foul. I'm kind of just like casually putting together a good game here. We still have no outs in the 7th inning, and I've already put across 3 runs, and then I jinx it, strike out. He doesn't keep track of any transactions, but the last time you asked him, he said Justin Turner while he was in Boston and Chris Sale. He couldn't name Verdugo or Yoshida, even with hints. So, nobody that's on the team right now then, at least that you know of, that he knows. Ooh! How about that swing? I surprised myself right there. Perfect, perfect. Oppo, we're going to add another run on here this inning. That's a 4 spot in the 7th, and we're not even done. You know, Rob, I'm guessing you were asking that chat or that question of the chat as a whole, but I'll go ahead and answer it too. Because I haven't played as much Diamond Dynasty as I'd like to. Especially on my main account. Like, I got on last night to play some events, and I was looking at my main squad, and like, I didn't have anybody over a 91, I think. So, I don't know what I've been doing. I mean, I do know what I've been doing. A lot of grinding on the Pack Attack account to earn stubs, but you know what also it's been? I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with it or anything, but that the new Fallout series, the show, came out. I haven't watched it yet, so no spoilers. But it's caused a lot of people to get back into Fallout, myself included. I have been no-lifing Fallout 4 for the last week, so that's also cut into some of my Diamond Dynasty time. It's probably what I'm going to do as soon as I get off stream, too. Is that going to be another run? Oh, yeah. With that big of a crow hop, he's not throwing me out. 5 runs in the 7th inning, and we only have 1 out on the board. Basically, all the players he knows are pre-1970. I refuse to believe, even if you call him out of touch, I refuse to believe he doesn't know some of, like, the early to mid-2000s guys, like a Manny Ramirez, a David Ortiz. Rob, do you not play MLB The Show? Or do you just play offline?
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for. The pitch. That one fouled off.
Man, I want to... Oh, he's picking me up. I was just about to say, I wish I could start stealing more, but I'm just so scared to steal against the CPU on this game. I swear. At least in the past, every time I think about stealing and I press the button, that's when the CPU decides to pick off or slide step or pitch out or whatever. It's like they read your inputs. So I'm afraid to do it against the Legend CPU. You played a ton of... Actually, hang on. I should focus on a 3-2 count. And it paid off. I got a hit. You played a ton of offline the last few years, but you're trying to break out of your fear of playing online this year. I'm glad to hear it. I am a big advocate for playing online. I think it's fun. And if you're just trying to get into it, I'd say play events. I was going to say maybe even BR, but BR is a little bit of its own beast. But at least in events, it's like a 3-inning game. If it doesn't go well, you're out of it quick. If it does go well, then, you know, it gets you more comfortable playing online. You just called your friend and asked him to name a random player. For me? Oh, and I missed that. You said you finished the Battle Royale program. All right, that's good. I haven't finished the new one yet. I haven't even started the new one yet. But I feel like I should, because I remember I was talking about earlier being a Brewers fan for a while. The reason for that was Ryan Braun, up until his stuff. Oh, they're really giving me a punch out there on a check swing. That's how we're making our second out. We're still in the 7th inning here. How long has this 7th inning been? 5 runs across, 2 more base runners on right now. He said Frank Baker, who was third base for the A's and Yankees. That name doesn't even ring a bell. Is that like from a while ago? That was the random guy he chose? You lost a BR game because your game crashed. That's a good time. You're now 1 for 15 with Braun. So maybe I don't need to worry about picking him up. Home Run Baker, was that his name? This seems like a guy I need to look into. Frank Baker is already a great name. And then you add on the fact that his nickname was just Home Run. Just straight up, his nickname was Home Run. People referred to a guy as Homer. Or Home Run. Oh, he played from 08 to 1922. That makes it even better. That was a time where not too many home runs were hit, and you got a guy named Home Run Baker. Man, we still got Cam Sanders out there. He was on the bench for a while. He's still ready to go. I mean, should I just say screw it and give him another complete game? At this point, with a 5-run lead, how much threat is there of losing this one? By pre-1970, you meant more like pre-1940. Guess how many career home runs he hit? I'm going to say, just based on the time it was and me not having heard his name, I'm going to say 27. Dude hit 27 home runs in his career. Or you said it. What is that? 14-year career? 14, 15-year career? 27 home runs. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3 inning for Cam Sanders. Dude is the second coming here. You're doing a Cubs March to October too, and you finished the season 111 and 51. Nice. What difficulty we playing on for that one? I mean, not trying to like, you know, be like, oh, I'm playing on Legend, but just, you know, out of curiosity. He hit 96 with a career 307 average and 991 RBI. So I was a little off with the 27. I thought maybe it'd be a little irony, you know, like Home Run Baker just did not hit many home runs. Are we really going to pick right back up where I left off? Is that Ian Happ going to the gap? I've scored all these runs and I haven't even gone deep. I'm doing it all on base hits, doubles. This is some good stuff here. You know, that reminded me, Mike, when I asked you what difficulty you're on. Oh, and you say you usually do All-Star, but the next team, you're going to jump all the way to Legend? You're going to skip Hall of Fame? Yeah, I was going to say, you should probably take it a step at a time and just go up to Hall of Fame. At least that's my advice. You forgot this was a Cubs March to October. Ian Happ is back. He's here, man, and he's hitting doubles. Just casually scoring 5 runs without being 100% locked in. You're right. I am focusing way less on the game right now than I should be. But I'm having fun talking to you guys. I'm learning more and more streaming that the more of the fun, that's a weird way to phrase it, is talking to you guys in the chat. Obviously playing the game is fun too, but you know, hearing what you guys have to say, holding some conversations, it's a good time. It makes the time go by fast. Like, I've already been live for what, an hour and a half? It does not feel like it. Didn't Ian Happ lead in doubles in one of the last year's March to October? Man, I can't remember. He was good. He was really good for us with the Nationals. But I don't remember. Now you're making me want to go and look back at it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go all out of my way to open up a new game just to look at Ian Happ's doubles one year. Even if I want to. Oh my, there it is. There's our home run. Patrick Wisdom. At least when I looked at the beginning of the stream, he was the team leader in home runs. What's that for him? He was at 10 when I saw last. Oh, that's 18? Oh, he's popping off.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter.
You've played on Legend before. It's fun. And the only thing you're good at, though, is pitching. I feel that. I feel that. It definitely did not happen overnight for me to start playing on Legend difficulty on this game.
Base is empty with 2 away. Nico Horner, the next cup to hit.
Patrick Wisdom's been the most clutch player for you in the postseason. Looking like home run Baker out there. Yeah, he does. Home run Wisdom. Did I? No, I didn't get enough of that one. Now with Nico Horner in his 36 power. Dude, we have a 7-0 lead right now against the Braves. And they had Strider on the mound. We started facing Spencer Strider in the 6th inning. And this is the Braves. And we're up 7-0. This Cubs team, man, this might be something. And Seiya Suzuki's also been clutch. I mean, he had our first, drove in our first runs of this game with that double. He's also one of our better players so far. Like, I think I saw up on the board, he had like a 350 average this year. Dude, and Cam Sanders. It's just mindless pitching with him. It's so easy. Why is this guy so good? Home run Patrick just doesn't roll off the tongue like home run Baker. No, I agree. I agree. It's not as good. You haven't been doing well with Cody. He hadn't been having the greatest season up to this point when we checked in at the beginning of the stream. I don't know if we've been playing better lately, though, especially if we're on a winning streak right now. Maybe some of our stats are looking a little better. We should get an extra momentum fireball out of this one. This has to constitute as a blowout at this point. No. Ah, Sanders giving up a hit. You actually think the Braves look better this year than last? The only Braves anything I've really seen this year is just when they played the White Sox. And any team's going to look good when they play the White Sox. Actually, no. That was the Sox' first win, though, was against the Braves. So, no, the Braves sucked this year. They lost to the White Sox. There we go. There we go. You really hate it when you lose a no-hitter in the dumbest way possible. I mean, this wasn't a no-hitter. It was just the first hit I gave up, but I agree. Sometimes the way you lose no-hitters, ooh.
Now it's the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Lee back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
No, but that's my point, though, is because of how many teams the White Sox have lost to since they beat the Braves, Braves can't be that good, right? And obviously I'm joking, too. The White Sox, man. Ah, God. Like, it just saying the name the Chicago White Sox right now, it makes me immediately like get disappointed, and then I can't help but laugh. And that's just by saying the name, it triggers that. It was pretty early on in the year. And they were probably facing, that was an insane pitch. They were probably facing, what, like the fifth starter or something like that? We used to be a proper franchise. Did we, though? Did we?
But runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position,
I mean, obviously there were good times, but like, I don't know, man. I guess I shouldn't speak before my time, because I feel like for the most part, since I became aware of the White Sox, which is around the time they won the World Series, from that point on, it's been a lot of bad. But I guess there were some good years, even just in the 90s. Never get your hopes up for Chicago teams. Yeah, but how about Caleb Williams though, right? Bears are going to be a playoff team next year. We do it every year. Every year we get our hopes up for some team, and they just fall through. We had that one good year with this squad. We did. And then all that to lose 3-1 to the Astros. Not even all that close in this series. But at least the Field of Dreams game happened, though. That was the peak of the rebuild. It was the Ronaldo rematch where they won 3-2. Okay, so they beat Ronaldo Lopez. Was that Lopez's first start of the year too? Because I remember thinking, like, when I heard the Braves were going to be using him as a starter, I was like, come on, you can't be doing that. We know as White Sox fans, Ronaldo Lopez as a starter, not great. As a reliever, he's up there. And then I heard, oh, the Braves are going to start him. So I was like, okay, that's not going to go well. And then he's been one of the better starters in the league? Because of course he is. How's Aaron Bummer doing too? He probably has like a .61 ERA? You feel like we need Rick Renteria back? I mean, I don't know if we need him back. It just kind of coincided with him getting fired and bringing in La Russa. I mean, I didn't have a problem with him. I would wonder, though. I would be curious if you could, peek into a parallel universe. If you could peek into the one where not only did the Sox not fire him, or not only did the Sox not hire La Russa, but didn't fire him also. If they just stuck with Rick Renteria. How does that pan out? Watch the Bears completely mess up Caleb's development. No, they've never had problems developing a quarterback before. They do a great job of that. No, you know what? Watch them draft like Drake May or something. Watch them not even take Caleb Williams after all this. Oh, Bummer's actually doing bad? Okay. I don't have to feel as bad about it then. Although I do, I remember it was funny. Before the season even started and they came out with that 89 overall, I know we're not that big a Diamond Dynasty people in here right now, but they came out with an 89 overall Aaron Bummer. For years of Aaron Bummer being on the Sox and actually being good, all I wanted was a diamond Aaron Bummer, and they just never gave him a better card. They never gave him an upgraded card, even when he was good. And then the second he gets onto a new team, before he even plays, 89 overall. Justin Fields is who you're coughing. I was thinking more Mitch Trubisky, but I guess Fields works too. Yeah, Mike, you know what I'm talking about. I liked Trubisky though. Like I liked when he was good, at least, and he wasn't good often. But it was one of those things where you see him in the very few times he plays good, and it's like, oh, I want to root for this guy. And then you just got to open your eyes and realize, hey, this guy, no, he stinks. No team could have developed Mitch. That's probably fair. That's probably right. I don't know. Maybe I was just biased towards Mitch Trubisky because his number was 10. That's my number. There we go. Cam Sanders, another complete game. He's going to do nothing but throw complete games in his big league career. I should try a full rebuild March to October with no trades for opposing MLB players, just player development and drafts. That'd be fun. That could be something I would do more as like a live stream thing. Because I don't know if I'd want a second concurrent March to October going at the same time, but that's a fun idea. You feel bad for Trubisky. He was put in a terrible position. I mean, they traded away a bunch of stuff to move up from 3 to 2 when he still would have been there at 3 anyway. I don't know, man. He was a slightly better version of Sam Darnold. Was he, though? Was he even better than Sam Darnold? I mean, I guess he had the one good year, and Sam Darnold never really had a one good year. You hate Desmond Ridder, though? Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm not super knowledgeable about football, but it never seemed like Desmond Ridder was going to be anything. So, like, I was seeing, oh, he's supposed to be the next guy for the Falcons? I don't know about that. The expectations were too high for Mitch. I mean, I feel like that kind of comes with being the second overall pick, though. Like, you got to have high expectations when you're spending a second overall pick on a guy. It's just, I guess, unfortunate for him if he wasn't second pick worthy, and now he has second pick expectations. The only team you're getting your hopes up for is the Blackhawks when it comes to Chicago teams. Aren't they bad too? And they've been bad for a few years. I don't know. I do not follow hockey at all, but I just know they've had some rough stretches. Desmond Ridder just turns the ball over way too much. That's probably not what you want out of your QB. He was never worth the second pick. I mean, we definitely know that now. I feel like we probably knew that at the time also. What do we have here? Because we didn't lose then either. We're on an 8-game winning streak. 27-19. Cardinals are still doing good themselves, but we've pulled even. You pray and hope that Rome... I don't know. Is it Rome or like Rome Odunze? I don't know that. But you hope he falls to the Falcons. What pick do the Falcons have? For that to happen? Because I remember hearing people say that name for the Bears' 9th pick. You think it's Rome? That's what I thought too, but I've been hearing some people just say Rome, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. You believe they have the 8th or 7th? Oh, so if you're praying that he falls to the 8th, he's probably not going to fall to the Bears at 9. I don't know, man. I don't know what the Bears... I wish I knew a little bit more about football, because there's more people that probably, in general, just in the world, know football over baseball, but I don't know. Like, I don't know strategy, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, I watch football, I know what goes on, I just don't know. I don't know what makes a good player good and stuff like that, like I do in baseball. Yeah, they have the 8th, so the pick before the Bears, so they're just gonna steal who the Bears want at 9. So we have a player lock here for Cody Bellinger. His numbers have come up a bit. I remember when we started the stream, he was at like a 220 average. Up to a 236 now. 9 bombs. He's not doing bad. He's not doing great either, but we can change that. I don't know why his attributes are going down, though. I don't like that. You prefer baseball over football? I do too. But football is fun to watch. I mean, football is more of an event, because it's like every Sunday you get to look forward to watching all the football games. So that's fun. I would say probably like a football Sunday where you get to watch all the games at once. I'd probably take that over watching like an individual baseball game. But just in general, I would prefer baseball too. Imagine it's like the Bears are on the clock and then there's an announcement saying there's been a trade. Like they're trading down, because if they're trading down, that's fine too. There's definitely benefits to trading down in the draft. Oh, hang on, you mean for the first pick? I was still thinking about their 9th pick. Their first pick, no, they better hang on to that first pick and take Caleb Williams. We did not go through the Justin or Caleb offseason here just for them to ruin it. All right, we got to get going here. We got to get going into our next game. We got a Cody Bellinger player lock. Let's see. It's lefty-lefty because of course it is. But I've been so bad at hitter player locks this year. Let's see if we can turn that around. Falcons fans were given 4 games of Ridder before this season, and the positives you saw was that he was taking good care of the football. Then this year, all he did was turn the ball over. It's a little bit of a 180 there, isn't it? I mean, I guess I also have to disclose with a couple Falcons fans in the chat that when it comes to football, I would say probably now my favorite team is the Bears. But when I was saying earlier, when it comes to baseball, how it was like Brewers for a while was my favorite baseball team. For a while there, Saints were my favorite football team. So I know Saints Falcons rivalry. That one goes hard. So you guys probably don't like hearing that, but I was a big Drew Brees guy, big Drew Brees fan. I mean, right now, I don't think I can show it on camera. Right now, I have maybe a 2-foot tall Drew Brees fat head just stuck on my PlayStation 5 as decoration. So, big Drew Brees guy. Now that he's not there anymore, though, I don't care about the Saints as much. But yeah. Yeah, all this controversy over Fields or Williams. Surprise third guess. Mitch is back. Could you imagine? They bring him in to be like the veteran backup QB that they can learn from. The Saints fans are monsters. I can't get into that because I'm not in New Orleans. I'm not from New Orleans. I'm not like amongst the group of Saints fans to know what they're like. I just know that I liked rooting for the Saints purely because of Drew Brees. I also never really, I think because of that, because I'm not like in the middle of the Saints fandom, I never really developed that hatred of the Falcons. Your least favorite football teams are the Patriots and the Seahawks. Patriots I can see, but why the Seahawks? They always have seemed like a fun team, fun organization. Yeah, I don't know about any of that. Toxic. Yeah. I'll just go with what you're saying, but I don't. Like I said, I'm not in amongst the Saints fans. You can't hate on Drew Brees though. I won't be hearing any of that. I'm fine if you hate the Saints fans. I won't hear any bad word about Drew Brees. There you go. That's all I wanted to hear. You admit Brees is a legend. Thanks. Oh, dude. Oh, I was so close. That still carried all the way to the track. Oh, I just needed a little bit better of a swing. We did get a hit in the first AB, but that's not going to be enough. One base hit's not going to be enough. Drew Brees is probably one of the most unluckiest players. Yeah. I mean, there definitely was those tough string of playoff losses. The fact that he doesn't have an MVP, though. Oh, I hate it. All you're saying is Caleb Williams better be that guy. Yeah, he better be. I would love to have a QB in Chicago that is like top of the league, top level QB. We can all get behind him. We've never had that. Did I really just watch strike 3 there? Come on. Something stupid happens all the time during the Minneapolis Miracle. Yeah, that one's... I mean, the one that gets to me more is the one the next year against the Rams. The no offensive or defensive pass interference call. You really have high hopes for a lot of their players like Rashid Shaheed. I just know I had Rashid Shaheed in a fantasy league or on some lineup. He was like boom or bust. You either got like a 50-yard touchdown out of the guy, or he was getting like 2 catches for 20 yards. Proof that Matt Ryan is better than Drew Brees. Both were in the league at the same time, and Ryan won MVP. I have nothing against Matt Ryan. I mean, I'll never say that Matt Ryan was Drew Brees level, but I have nothing against the guy. I was rooting for them in the Super Bowl. I mean, I would assume most people were. Who was going to be rooting for the Patriots outside of Patriots fans? Should I have thrown that all the way home? No, I probably wouldn't have had a chance. The defense always chokes, and the refs have screwed them too. Yeah, every once in a while, I'll just like get in one of those moods where I go back and watch all of those like devastating playoffs losses, going all the way back to the Marshawn Lynch run, the Beast Quake. That was where it started. That was a terrible swing. You wish the Falcons would take Georgia players, like from the college or from like people who grew up in the area? I'm assuming you mean Georgia Bulldogs. Oh my God, what am I doing? Did you see that swing? Ugh. This is what happens. I just put up... Yeah, and then I missed that. I just put up 7 runs in 2 innings. Well, I guess within 2 innings of the 4 I played against the Braves. And then I come up in a player lock and look like this. It's different. It's just different. The Eagles are taking all the UGA players. Technically speaking, the Lions have been screwed the most. Oh, by the refs. I think those were meant to be 2 separate messages, and I kind of read them together. But Lions have had it tough, too. I don't know. I might just be a positive person, because I'm just sitting here saying I kind of like all these different teams that my teams are rivals of. But, like, I'm a Bears fan. I probably shouldn't like the Lions. I was rooting for them last year. Like, the Lions are kind of a fun team to root for. Every team Matt Ryan has lost to in the playoffs has gone to the Super Bowl. That's kind of like what the Brewers have been doing lately. Every team they lose to in the playoffs, or every team that eliminates them, ends up going to the World Series. The way you block out people saying 28-3 is just by not thinking or talking about it. I remember during that game when it was 28-3, I just kind of like stopped watching. I didn't stop watching, but I wasn't like sitting there watching anymore. I got up and I was making my lunch for the next day, going to school. And, game was just kind of going on in the background. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, it's a close game now. And, oh, it's in overtime now. The Lions are the second most cursed team. You'd say the Bills have it worse. Okay. I'm trying to think. I mean, the one that just stands out to me for the Bills was the Chiefs game from 2 years ago. Yeah, and of course, we didn't get it. It was a player lock. It was an offensive player lock. We're not going to get a plus. Oh yeah, that one's not on Matt Ryan, I would say. I mean, I don't remember exactly how the game went, but didn't they just like you think up 28-3 at that point in the game, you'd want to like run the clock down, and isn't that exact opposite of what they did? Four straight Super Bowl appearances, no Super Bowls. I forgot about that. That was like in the 90s, right? Yeah, I don't know much about like the historical Bills like that, but to make it to the Super Bowl 3 straight years. Actually, hang on a second. Let's focus on what we are seeing on our screen right now. Cause look at what we have here. Look at what we've got. Pete Crow Armstrong ready to come up to the big leagues. 73 overall, A potential. It's all to his fielding though. He's not a great hitter, but 86 fielding, 98 speed out in center. Oh, this isn't a trade. This is a call-up opportunity. We are bringing him up to the big leagues. I could go with one of these other 2 guys, but I'm not doing that. We're bringing up PCA, and we should be getting a player lock with him. I know it'd be a hitter player lock, but if I succeed, he immediately becomes like a 78 probably. Contact gets way better. What can we do though? Who should we get rid of for him? Probably should decide on that before I go through with this. Should we get rid of Mastroboni? He's been doing okay. He's only gotten into 6 games though. Mike Talkman. What can we do here? Man, I don't even know how to get PCA into the lineup because look at our outfielders. Happ, Suzuki, and Bellinger. Who do I sit down out of that? And if I move Happ to the infield, who do I sit down in the infield? You know? I guess, like, maybe if I can find a way to have somebody else play first, but it's not like Michael Busch has been bad. Cubs were a pretty fun team to use in MLB The Show 22 because of the farm system. I could see that. I know back when everybody, you know, from their World Series team was in the farm system, that was a fun team. I always thought would be a fun team to use in a franchise mode. Man, I don't... Bellinger can play first. Hang on. Yeah. No, that's what we'll do. PCA could just be a bench bat, but that defeats the purpose. He's so good in the field. We need his fielding in center field. Even if he doesn't hit that great, I feel like we got to get him tracking down the fly balls in center. So I'm thinking maybe that's the move. Move Bellinger to first, even though Michael Busch has been really good. And then, yeah, PCA could just go right into center. I think that's the plan. And then if that's the plan, we'll just, yeah, we can get rid of Mastroboni because then Busch can play the infield. Yep, that looks good to me. We're bringing up PCA. And, yeah, it's going to be Mastroboni that gets sent down. So there we go. We did it. He's here. PCA is here. I guess I'll do that. I'll adjust the lineups afterwards. We lost a couple games to the Braves, though. I forgot about that. So our big winning streak is over. So where are we at here? Before we adjust the lineup, where are we? Oh, man, I'm having some trouble with the menus today. We drop back even further down. I keep forgetting to, like, switch things around, but I'm covering things up. So we're 28 and 23. I guess we had lost the winning streak before those last two losses. Cubs could have gone on a dynasty run, but they always fell short after 2016. I mean, I don't know how that team with all those pieces just couldn't put it all together again. Like, they had such a good core, such an exciting core. You would have thought for sure that would have been a dynasty team. I can't believe the Cardinals are outpacing us still. Like, they weren't doing good until we started doing good. What's that all about? Oh, did it really? I missed that. It just said Pete Crow Arms. Vader the Tater. What's going on, man? But they traded the players at the right time. They did. They definitely did, because they're back. I mean, I haven't really been keeping up with them this year, how they're doing, but they definitely have a solid team. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, I wanted to adjust the lineups. Trying to get him out in center field. So we're going to bring in Bellinger to play first. PCA out in center. We should probably leave him batting 9, though, because he's not that strong of a hitter. Is there any way that I should be getting Michael Busch back in? Probably not, because I mean, even if he's playing well, he's still lower rated. Yeah, I think we'll leave him off. Morel's having a good year at the plate. He's up to 15 homers. His attributes are going up nicely. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat here, but we got Baez sucks, Rizzo sucks, Brian sucks. Yeah, I mean, I guess Rizzo wasn't terrible though until he got concussed last year. But those other two, they've been rough. Isn't it a little late? A little late for what? Streaming? Being live? If that's what you mean, then yeah, this probably will be my last game once we get Pete Crow Armstrong debuted. because I was thinking about getting off somewhere between 9:30 and 10. All right, I think we're just going to do the same thing against lefties too. Yeah, we need that glove out in center. Although Hap against lefties isn't great. And he's going down, so he's probably not playing that well. I guess we can look at the stats. This is also stuff. If you watch my my normal March to Octobers, you don't get to see this. It's just me obsessing over stats. And look at that, Ian Happ. He's batting 114 against left-handed pitching. So maybe we do find a way to get him out of the lineup. I guess we could just... I don't know. I mean, it's tough to want to bring in the lefty to start against lefties. Especially when he's not better against lefties. But it's not like he's bad. It's not like he's much worse against lefties. Or should we just bring in Madrigal? Wait, why am I saying that? Hap is in the outfield right now. Let's go back. Let's go back to these stats. You gotta go soon. You'll watch until the stream ends. All right. Hopefully me looking at these stats doesn't take too long. I just wanna... You know, I guess also if I'm just gonna play until we debut PCA here, maybe I could just save this, look at all this, set the lineups off stream. Oh, what do we have here? Rob with the 10. You hope this player lock is a good one? It has to be now. Or is that just some extra pressure on me? Uh-oh. No, I'm kidding, man. Thanks. Thanks for the 10. I still don't know how to react. Somebody gives me money just for playing a video game? I don't know what to do with myself. I don't even remember what I'm looking at here. Oh, this is what I'm looking at? I'm trying to decide if I should start Michael Busch against lefties, and he's up here batting .412 against lefties. I think that's the move then. I think we'll move Bellinger back to the outfield. Nope, this is... Yeah. Bellinger back into the outfield. Can he play left? Yeah, he can play the whole outfield. We'll do that then. We'll have Bellinger play left, and then we'll bring in Michael Busch. And that'll be the move. The first super chat, you're right. Wimbo's here. Wimbo, you just showed up, and we're about to end soon. But we just showed up, we just called up Pete Crow Armstrong. We're about to debut him, and I think we're ready. I think I'm just going to leave the lineup how it was after that. So here we go. The debut, PCA. I'm nervous because, well, for one, it's a player lock with a hitter in March to October. That doesn't go well. But now I've got the extra pressure of Rob's $10 in my pocket. I want to lock in, though. I really want this to go well, because this is not just for a plus, a 1, 2, or 3 plus. It's for some attributes, too. It's for Pete Crow Armstrong to hit better. I forgot to see who we were pitching. I wasn't paying attention, or who we were facing pitching. Do I watch hockey, and if so, who do I have winning the cup? I don't watch hockey. I don't know anything about it. I'm sorry. I feel like I should watch it, though. Like, every time I've gone to a game, I've never been to a pro game, but I've been to a lot of, I'm assuming they're just called minor league games. Or is it AHL? I don't know. I've gone to a lot of those games, though, and every single time it's a lot of fun. So I would imagine it wouldn't be that difficult for me to get into hockey. You're right. You're right. No chat. I got to focus up. There we go. Keep doing that.
Runner at second here, one gone.
Oh, I can't do that, though. I thought that was a hanger. That was nasty. Okay, that was supposed to be a check swing. That's not fun. That's a take. I'll give myself credit for that. That's a take. Come on, just give me a fastball like right here. Nope. Spitting on that 3-2 count. I'll take me a walk. Now, how did I miss that? What was wrong with that swing? I'm not going to get to see. They don't tell you. Because you don't bat with the very next player. Well, I've looked back at the chat now and the player lock isn't over. But I didn't see. I didn't even take a look at what his stats were in AAA. You're right, though. I need to focus. I won't look over until this one's over. Although I guess fielding, like, we're fine. Oh, they're going to hit it right to me? We bring up this center fielder with this great fielding and they just hit it right to me? Well, I shouldn't have thrown it to the cutoff. I always, whenever I'm player locked in the field, I just instinctively throw it to the cutoff. Man, I should have just thrown it all the way. We could have had a shot. I just glanced back at the chat. Now I'm doing it again. Ugh. Okay, let's not be giving up all these runs. Look how fast he is, though. 98 speed. Look at him. We're going to make it almost all the way to first base on a grounder to center field up the middle. All right. Now we're locking in again at bat number 2. There we go. There we go. That might do it. That's an extra base hit. That might secure a plus right there. Extra base hit, maybe an RBI. Oh, yeah, easy RBI. There we go. We did it. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that yet. That is only one hit, but it is an extra base hit. It drove in a run. I feel like usually that's enough to get you a plus in a player lock. I mean, they're not going to, but I would love to try and steal third here. Oh, and he's going to whiff. We tied it up, though. That's a plus. It better be a plus. Even if it's just a 1. That'd be fine, because that would get us the attribute boost. Okay, here we go. We have the lead. Nobody on. Oh, dude. Oh, I was just under that. If I got the PCI up there. I don't even know. With his 40-something power, that's got to be enough to take it out if I had a good swing on that one. You're right. I did have a good AB in the first time up, even though it was a strikeout. I worked the count a bit. They keep hitting these base hits up to center. How far in can we make it this time? Look at him. Look at how fast he is. He almost made it all the way to first base before they cut me off. All right, we got a new arm out there. Still up 4-2. Probably our last at bat of the game. Let's see if we can do anything more. There we go. I like to see that. Let's not end the at bat right away. Take some pitches here. Nope, that's fine. I'm fine with checking up on that. I would not have made good contact.
Next pitch is outside.
2-1.
We might be able to work a walk here. Gonna be very selective. Only gonna swing if it's a fastball. Oh, and it basically was. It's just low. Oh, it stayed in the zone. That's tough. That's tough. I really think, though, that what we did do is going to be enough to get us a plus. RBI double, even with 2 punch-outs. There we go. Yep, we got it. That's all we care about. Solid plate appearances, produce 1 hit. We got the plus, we got the momentum boost, and that means that we should have gotten an attribute boost.
Just that opportunity to stand at the dish, and a prospect like this who shows the ability to adjust to the highest level.
Feeling good about that. And you know what? It just dawned on me. Maybe Pete Crow-Armstrong is a guy that I consider contact swinging with, especially when we get down to 2 strikes. Although it wouldn't have made a difference there because I sat there and watched strike 3. I just want to see what this attribute boost is. I also I forgot we didn't go back and look at our pitcher, Cam Sanders. We didn't see what his attribute boost was. So we'll do that real quick. We'll look at Cam Sanders, then we'll look at PCA, and then we'll call it a day. We picked up some wins there, right? Yeah, we're on the verge of a 4-game sweep of the Brewers. They're calling us the division leader now, so we took over. I'm so bad at remembering where my camera is. Because in the game, I'm supposed to be down in the center, and I forgot to do that. That's fine. We're good. And we are. We're at the top of the division right now, 33-24. We got to hold on to that. And let's take a look at I want to see Cam Sanders first. He got all the way up to a 76. I mean, that's huge. That is huge. And he's he's doing okay. 3.25 ERA for a rookie, that's fine. And then PCA. What do we got out of him? He's up to a 77, so not a huge boost. He started at a 73? But we did get the big boost to the contact, vision, and discipline. Everything else went up probably 1 or 2. And then he's got that A potential on his own. He's going to continue getting better from that. So, and he got up to 99 speed. Nice. So 59, 67 contact is definitely looking a little bit better than where he was before. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to go ahead and call it. Oh, hang on. You want me to look at it? Does he look at if he looks bald? I guess he kind of does. I mean, it's obviously tough to tell when you've got the hat on. Didn't he have the blue hair situation going last year though? I feel like I can almost see a hint of some blue hair. Anyway, though, we're hopping off. We're done for the day. Thanks for showing up today. I know again it was short notice and it's been a while, but thanks for showing up. And Mike, you asked when I plan on doing my next stream. I don't know yet, but I really want to stream more, and I want to probably prioritize streaming, like make sure I get more streams in rather than doing other things, and then like if I have free time then streaming, because obviously that wasn't working out. So I'm not going to commit to a certain time for the next stream to be, but I'm hoping it's going to be definitely less than 3 weeks, but hopefully less than like a week from now. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear. Just keep up with if I schedule a stream, if I make a community post saying when I'm going live. But yeah, I'm looking to do this more. So anyways, again, thanks for coming out. And I guess I will see you guys next time, whenever that may be.